Dick train tunnel coming up. Do 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 do. This is really kind of cool. Everybody else comes in from the other direction. This is kind of cool.
Oh, a little tunnel. That's cool.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's some nice mud. Roll your window down.
Well, I don't want to go through this area fast anyway because I don't know what to expect. I've not been up through here, so. It's not a horrible trail. I mean, you could take a regular truck through it, you know.
Yeah.
Let's see what's up here.
Top it.
There we go. Get in the right gear. That's steep.
It is steep trail. Oh, it's a pretty view.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Look at that.
That's gorgeous. You see out every direction. 100 miles, man.
There's Utah Lake over that way.
Yeah. And there's some Jeeps coming up behind me now. They're coming up, the group is.
I needed this today.
You what?
I said I needed this today.
Me too. It's been a while since we've gotten out.
Yeah, it's so nice and sunny.
It's a gorgeous day for it. This is steep.
It's steep.
Curious to see what the incline is.
She just really short the thing on it.
Yeah. That was an 8 degree. What's this? This is going to be about a 10 degree. 11, 12, 15. That was a 15 degree incline. I forget I have my pitch and my roll on my dash I can pull up. Yeah, all those Jeeps are coming through now. I don't know which way's best to get out of here.
I don't know either. But
I really don't want to end up in a spot I can't get out of. Again, it goes back to trusting my rig, you know? Hard to do when you got somebody with major trust issues driving. Just saying.
another reason this is a good purchase for you.
Yeah.
I can attest some of that, you know. Trusting yourself, trusting.
Well, and that irrational fear of doing things that scare me, you know.
Yeah.
Still isn't nearly as hairy as what
Andrew
Andrew
took
us on.
I never that was something else.
That was crazy scary.
Wow.
In spots.
Yeah, there's the spots for sure.
It's definitely narrow right through here,
Yes,
isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Oh my.
You're good. You're good.
You know, I'm not.
No. You would have to go just like right down in it versus.
No.
It got so bad
I don't
that
know
I
if I
started
like that.
fantasizing about seriously injuring myself.
I think you're okay.
Yeah, but I gotta go back through it to come back out too.
Oh, it smells. You get stuck. It's not. It's a short walk back to the tunnel where there's other people.
Yeah, but I don't know if they're gonna go this way or if they're gonna go that other road back down to the main road.
And all other people. I'm just saying, there are people up here
Yeah.
that have winches.
It's the one thing I wish I had. This is some shit road, man. I'm just in 4 lock too. I'm not even in 4 low right now. Oh, this is gooey. There's a footing of some sort.
Oh yeah.
I have no idea where we are either, so hopefully your map's pulling us up.
Yeah.
Does it show where this road comes out?
This goes. Oh, this joins with the. This is kind of follows sister side with the other road we were on that we turned around on. And it does look like it eventually meets it.
This is nasty.
It is nasty, but I'm not too worried. I think we got it.
As long as I don't get slid off onto the side somewhere. It's those little uphill runs that concern me a little bit, because if you lose your traction, you're done.
Bring in for low.
Yeah. Just so I can crawl a little bit easier. I don't have to run in such a high gear. I can run in a little, or I can,
Yeah.
run in such a low gear. I can run in a little higher gear and
Yeah.
still have torque, so.
Yeah. Thank goodness for Google Maps, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the other road's just right down over
Yeah,
there.
I know. I'm just wondering if it actually takes us down to it or not.
It looks like it just it gets closer and closer, so I'm kind of assuming this
At
will
some
grade
point,
down.
it'll just kind of grade down into
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Big rock, big rock. Oh.
Good for your lymphatic system.
Yeah, if you say so.
Jostle everything up. Loosen some of the fascia on your organs. Deep fascia. Because your organs are like see right there.
Yeah, I see it.
It will, yeah, it'll grade down.
I was seeing the road down below us. I just wasn't sure if this actually followed that or if it went back up
It'll
the canyon
grade down,
somewhere. So.
kind of near that curve up there.
Okay. Yeah, I think I actually saw where it turned back in. So. The roads are always worse in my imagination.
Yeah.
Always. except the one Andrew took us on.
That was
That one just kept getting worse. We're through the worst part, and then the next part
and then it
comes
gets
up.
worse. Like,
It's like, really?
that's just how my dad takes his hiking. It's like, it's just around the corner.
You could probably go down right there.
Probably good.
I could probably go down right there too, but I'm not going to. That's fucking steep.
I would just take, this will grade out to it. It's going down. It's a slow incline. We're good.
The only thing I worry about a little bit more is like my longer wheelbase and getting
Yeah.
hung up
Oh, so there's someone on the other side.
and not having a winch to get out, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or a shovel or anything for that matter.
Yeah, we don't really have a whole lot. Hands.
At least it's
Hopefully,
nice.
hopefully we can get around that white jeep.
You know, we'll make him back down if we can. 'Cause the road to go back down's right there, so. Oh yeah, we're not gonna get around him. I wonder what they're doing. Why they're
Looks
stopped
like
in the
we're
middle of the
closing
road.
things up. Oh, they got a cool little grate thing on the back of their
Yeah, I saw
jeep
that.
for their yeah.
Just a little carry grate.
Yeah.
It's gonna back down where he's walking.
Yeah.
Oh, they brought guns up to shoot.
Oh, nice.
I guess they weren't expecting anybody up on
no,
this road.
probably not. You're good.
That's fun.
Oh, that's fun. There we go.
Glad I stopped to pee though. This mud is gooey.
It's very gooey.
I'm gonna take forever to get this shit off the Jeep.
There's a mine opening over there. It's covered.
That's steep. That's really steep. Little watering trough for the cattle. A natural spring, it looks like.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Cool way to utilize the, the natural spring to collect it from the
Yeah.
animals.
God, this is gooey.
Oh, yeah, we might want to roll up our windows. I don't know if it's going to flick it this high up.
It might. I'm not going very fast, so feel my ass end moving.
Yeah, it's squirreling around.
Keeps trying to pull me into the deep
Uh-huh.
ruts. But no.
And you'd be fine to just
No, I
driving
know.
them.
I know. I prefer to stay to the high side though because I don't want to dig the ruts any deeper.
Oh, yeah.
It's part of the conservation of the environment is, you know,
Yeah, the road itself, yeah.
hence why they came up with this whole fucking
Thing.
OHV test you have to take. And all it is talk about just basic common sense. You know what I mean? Just about about using basic common sense. So this is the road that we were on.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
When we turned around, huh?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
There we go. Back into 4 high. They're at 4 low. I just like to use the gears to hold me back on the downhills and the really rough roads, because then I can be in a higher gear and
It makes sense.
I don't have to drive around in second or third. I can drive around in fourth or fifth, and then if I need to get in the throttle, I can without having to shift. Oh, this is sloppy.
This is very
Oh yeah, this is where we turned around. Yeah. Yeah, see those other Jeeps turned and went the other way. Where that fork was, where I went right,
Yeah.
they stayed left. Because I would have seen them driving along the ridge up there.
Mm-hmm.
This is too much fun.
I know, it's fun.
I knew why I bought it.
Or that my best friend would die so I wouldn't have to go. For some reason, just canceling my ticket never entered my mind. As luck would have it, however, nobody died, and I found myself being driven to the airport like I was going to my own funeral. The moment I stepped into the international terminal at the airport, however, I was swept up into a sea of colors and people from all over the world and movement and languages, and my terror was instantly bulldozed by excitement. I'm going to freaking India! When I got on the plane, I sat next to this gorgeous Indian woman wearing a pink sari and huge gold earrings, who turned to me, smiled, and offered me an M&M. And that's when it really sank in. You're not alone, you ding-dong. You're surrounded by people. And one of the most basic, common human needs is connection. I then proceeded to spend 2 months traveling around a country that is now by far one of my favorite
this is
places
where the
on the
Jeeps
planet.
are.
And it
Yeah.
sparked in me a love for travel that has completely changed my life. This and other examples from my own life keep proving to me over and over that our greatest fears are the greatest wastes of time. Face your fears with the truth that they're all in your mind, and they will lose their power over you.
Shit, they brought up to shoot.
Yeah.
2. Flip the fear. When you find yourself letting fear push you around, look at it from a different perspective.
Oh.
Start by breaking
That's
it
why I
down
stand for
and
low
finding what it is
when I'm
that
doing
you
hills and
need,
stuff.
and flipping it around to make it work for you, not against you.
Ooh,
Show it who's boss.
this is
Give
gooey.
your fear a suck it
Really
sandwich.
gooey.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna go.
For example, I want to write a book, but I can't get myself to sit down and do it. Why not? I'm scared that if I do it, it'll be terrible. What happens if
I
it's
just don't
terrible?
want to deal with.
If it's terrible, then what? People will make fun of me. Then what? I'll feel ashamed. Okay, so you're not writing your book in order to protect yourself from feeling stupid and ashamed. Now flip it. How stupid and ashamed will you feel if you don't write your book? Very. I know it's a brilliant idea.
Ooh,
and
it didn't look that steep coming up.
So will your strategy of not writing it
Oh,
in
yeah,
order to
it's a
protect
12.
yourself from feeling
It's a
stupid and
13
ashamed
degree, 14
protect you
degree
from feeling
decline.
stupid and ashamed?
Didn't feel that steep going up, did it?
Since you're risking feeling stupid and ashamed either way, which version is worse?
Let's go this
Trying
way.
to
see
write
what's
it and
up
having
there.
it be terrible? Or never going for it and living an unlived life of mediocrity? Living an unlived life of mediocrity. Break it down so you can really look at and see what it is about a situation that's scaring you. Fear is all about how you choose to look at it. So by changing your perspective on it, you can let the fear of not doing the thing you're scared of fuel your quest to greatness.
Campsite.
Yeah.
3. Be in the moment. Is anything scary happening to you right now, at this very moment? Right now, where you sit. Is anything bad actually happening, or is it just the thoughts in your head that are freaking you out? You deplete the much needed energy you need to kick ass by freaking out before something even happens. Instead, stay in the moment and connect to your higher self. If you're about to walk into a courtroom, jump out of the plane, or ask for
Holy
a raise,
shit.
breathe into the moment and stay connected to source energy.
This is rough.
Keep your frequency high and your belief in miracles strong instead of falling prey to fears in your mind. And you'll find that not only are you much better equipped to deal with whatever situation it is that you're headed for, but that 9 times out of 10, it's much scarier in your mind than it is in reality. 4. Cut off the stream of crap. Be more conscious of the information you absorb. What blogs do you read? What shows do you watch? What books do you read? What stories do you read in the paper? What movies do you go to? Whose opinion do you ask? What do you focus on in your day-to-day life? This isn't about being in denial or out of touch with what's going on in the world. It's about how much of this information you really need. Are you staring at a car accident, or are you gathering information that will allow you to contribute to positive change? Wallowing in the pain and suffering isn't going to help anyone, yourself included, any more than starving yourself will help the hungry. If you want to help the world and yourself, keep your frequency high and do your work from a place of power and joy. 5. Don't think of anything upsetting in bed at night. Our minds turn into gigantic magnifying glasses that make all our fears 100% bigger when we're lying there as a captive audience at 3 a.m. in bed with nothing to distract us. Unless
That's
you're going to
for
get
damn
out of
sure,
bed
huh?
right then and there and take some sort of action, don't waste your precious time thinking about your problems. Every time you do this, it's never as bad the next morning when you get up. You know this, and yet use your meditative powers to move something thoughts out of
That
your
was
mind.
gonna happen.
Focus on relaxing every single muscle in your body, one by one, slowly and intentionally, so that it takes up all the room in your brain that you are using to freak out. Breathe deeply and think about all the incredible things in your life. Listen to a guided meditation. Do whatever you can to get a good night's sleep, and then deal with whatever it is in the morning. Because the only thing worse than staying up all night freaking out about something is then being too exhausted the next day to deal with it either. 6. Love yourself.
Will you grab me that water?
Chapter
Cotton
21.
mouth.
Millions of mirrors.
Too much sugar.
No one can make you feel inferior without your consent. Eleanor Roosevelt. Activist,
Thank you.
feminist, superhero, longest serving first lady of the United States ever.
This is probably not a good
One
time
of the
to
most
have a little
staggering
drink.
things about other people is that they provide us with valuable,
You're welcome to
and
try.
often alarmingly intimate information about who they are as soon as we meet them. If we pay attention,
Does it show
we
where
can
this
pick
road
up on
comes
the
out?
major clues
I didn't
they're
even
sending
look.
out in their body, their appearance,
Easy.
their lifestyle.
I know
their
it'll meet up
actions,
with the main road
their
somewhere,
interests,
but I don't know
their
where.
words, how they treat their
Or how far
dogs,
we're gonna have to
their
go.
rapists, themselves, etc. Some people let it all hang out for everyone to see right away. Others let it seep out as little spurts. I love water skiing. I admire how confident you are about this.
Dating where we are.
I just got out of prison.
Is it not finding you or?
etc.
Well, it's not updating
With
like
the exception
exactly where
of
we are.
associate
Oh,
Wait,
got it.
hold
You'll
on
be
a
a
minute.
pathological liar.
It is,
The
and it's a
majority
pretty
of
far
humanity
little
gives us
road.
plenty
Is
of
it?
right at
Because
it.
there's a turn off right there. It'll take me
All
back
this
down that
information
way.
then goes through the filter of who we are And depending on our perceptions and judgments and hang-ups and number of
This
years spent
takes
in therapy,
us
we decide if the person is someone we want to get to know better or not. We're all attracted to, as well
nowhere,
as
and
turned
then
off
it
by,
connects
various things about other
a
people.
whole bunch of things that
And the
crisscross
things that
all
stand
over
out
this
the most
area.
to us
Okay,
are the
I'll
things
probably
that
turn around and go back to the road that go back down that way.
This is because other people are like mirrors for us. If somebody bugs you, you're projecting onto them something you don't like about yourself. And if you think they're awesome, they're reflecting back something you think in yourself that you like, even if it's not developed in you yet. I know this sounds like I'm making a massive generalization, but just stay with me here. Your reality is created by what you focus on and how you
Turn around and go back to
interpret
that
it.
other road.
This goes for everything.
I don't wanna wind
including
back all
things
over
you
the
focus
place.
Yeah, it
about
just
people
kind of-
in your world.
There's lots of little roads
For
that just
example,
kind of
Depending on who you are, you can react in a myriad of different ways.
spider
Your new
webs all over
boyfriend or
the
girlfriend constantly
this
referring
little
to you as the giant dumbass. You could A, see this as a red flag and think they're a bully. B, see this as a red flag and think they're nervous or insecure and have terrible manners. C, see this as a green light because they're in so much pain that they need to abuse other people. They really need someone as understanding as I am. D, see this as a green light because you believe that you are, in fact, a giant dumbass. Or E, think it's hilarious because it doesn't resonate with you. The people you surround yourself with are excellent mirrors for who you are and how much or how little
Here's your
you
back
love
end.
yourself.
We're
We
gonna
attract
go
people
that
into
route
our
there.
lives for a reason.
I wasn't in the
Just as they
throttle,
attract
that's
us
why it was
to theirs.
sliding around like that.
We all help each other grow and figure out our issues if we seize the opportunity to learn from instead of just react to by getting defensive or justifying our actions or whining about the highly irritating things other people do. It's our annoying friends or family members or clients or neighbors or lady
Yeah,
on the
it's
train
45
with a
degrees
voice like
out
a
there.
bullhorn who help us grow.
It feels so
into
nice.
who we are.
In the summer,
Even
that's
more
like,
than
oh,
our
it's so
beloved
cold.
BFFs do. Unless
Yeah.
they're momentarily annoying, and then we can thank them too. Don't miss the glorious
Feels like good
opportunity
spring
to
weather,
learn
early spring weather.
and by the
Yeah, this
person
road right
who
here.
knows
Yeah.
really what the secret is. The things that bother us about other people bother us because they remind
know
us
where this
of
one will
something
take
we
us
don't
either,
like
but-
about ourselves.
Takes us to a
Or
little
they're
bit of a.
triggers of fear or
It
insecurity
starts
that we
off
have.
on Old State
but we
Highway
don't realize we
73
have.
is what it connects
For the longest time, one of my big stories
us to
was that
right
being feminine
here,
was
right
being
through this
annoying.
great thing.
Somewhere along the way,
Now
I
we're on
decided
Old
it wasn't
Oh,
cool
this
State
is-
Highway 73.
Okay.
It's what it's labeled as.
And my feminine self became part of me.
Don't look
that I
like
was
though.
ashamed of.
Old Highway.
Hence, I was much less
That was an
threatened
old
by
Pioneer
women looking
highway.
at me with a power drill than women looking at me with an eyebrow pencil. Which is why it's pretty
This was a good
hilarious
idea today.
still that one of my best
Great
friends
idea.
And I don't have to work
as
tonight,
a
so we can actually cook dinner
I
and
met
do
her
something
when we were
tonight
working
too.
together in New York City, and was
Make more
instantly
drunken
drawn to her
noodles.
because she's hilariously
Ain't
brilliant
enough
and
stuff for
sweet.
that.
No
She had a
shit.
flawless impression
We still
of
got
her
leftovers.
I know.
walking down the hall with her
Actually, I'm
back
starting to get a
out
little
that
hungry.
always left me doubled over, clinging to furniture.
Yeah, I figured we'd go home and maybe
Unlike me,
find something for
however,
dinner.
She's a lover of girls' nights
Unless you
out
need to eat
and
before
many
that.
things.
No,
And
no,
she was
not
a
necessarily.
when summoned by
I
the
need you getting
fluttering
hangry
hand
on me.
to ride.
You'd have
And
to
the
kick you
pro
out of
is
the
a
Jeep.
girly girl
Oh, no.
driving
Make you
free.
walk.
Oh.
Walk off all that extra aggression.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
I'm sure that would be
For all the years.
effective in making
For
me,
this,
you know,
we got
calmer.
her.
Well, of course. Just like
A decade later, I'm
putting a
living
cape on you.
Cape
cape
on you.
Telling you you're super angry now.
With a bunch of
Yeah,
kids.
you're super angry.
When she decides to take her first solo vacation since becoming adult and heads to San Diego to see her best friend from college, she calls and begs me to drive her. I agree. It wasn't the 2-hour drive that bothered me, but the best friend from college, who I'd never met but was sure was pinker than pink. I imagined a full-on complete with painting our toenails while having a Meg Ryan movie fest and talking about how fat we'd gotten. But I love pink, so off I went. Meanwhile, down in San Diego, Pink's best friend from college is less than thrilled at the prospect of Pink's best gal pal from her New York City days driving down from LA. Her eyes were also rolling at the potential estrogen bomb. So imagine our delight when we discovered that we were both equally as macho. Once we realized that the playing field wasn't as overwhelmingly pink as we feared it would be, however, we got the biggest surprise of all. Our inner, neglected girls felt safe to come out of hiding. All three of us lost our voices that weekend, cackling and screaming, "Oh my God!" for all to hear. I wouldn't be surprised if a toenail or two even got painted. Don't remember. Was too drunk on wine spritzers. I'm still not the most enthused member of a bridal shower. I'm not saying that you have to come around and like everything in this world that bothers you, but I am saying that if you actively don't like something, it's because it resonates with you on some level. It has meaning to you. When you find yourself dealing with someone who irritates you, and you find yourself getting gossipy, finger pointing, judgy, or complaining, rising up and confronting the situation can do a hell of a lot more than just make your life more pleasant in the long run. It can help you heal and grow and get out of victim mode, because it forces you to deal with the severe aspects.
It's like
of
this one's a
yourself.
pretty long road too, huh?
Yeah, it
You're not
kind
so
of.
proud. None of us care to admit that we're
God
dishonest,
takes you to
conceited, insecure,
civilization.
unethical, mean, bossy, stupid.
We're good on fuel too, so I'm not worried
Etc.
about that.
But that's what attracted you to the people you notice it in, and them to you in the first place. And admitting it is the first step in letting it go. If people are annoying in a way that has nothing to do with us, we either don't notice it or we don't get that hung up on it. For example, say there's someone in your life who you find to be an incredible know-it-all. Every time you open your mouth to talk about something you did, she says she's already done it. Anything you know, she already knows, and knows much more about. And she has to make sure you, and everyone within a 10-mile radius, knows how much more she knows about it. While you find yourself thinking about putting her head through the walls every time you're around her, someone else might be hanging on her every word, unable to get enough of her fascinating and brilliant conversation. The reason she makes you so crazy is because you most likely are a know-it-all yourself, or you worry that you are one, or you have insecurities about people thinking you know nothing. Our reality is a mirror of our thoughts, the people in our reality included. Same thing goes with what people throw at us.
Yep.
Would you be offended if someone kept making fun of how short you were if you were 6 feet tall? It most likely wouldn't even register.
I
Or if it
probably
did,
underestimate
you'd
the
just
height of
think it was
the
unrestrained.
frame on this too.
But if they teased you about being bossy, and deep down you feared you
I
were,
don't want a high center
it
on
would definitely
anything
get your
either.
attention. It would also mean they had
Then I'd
energy
have to
around
get
their
you
own
out there
bossiness
jumping on the
or
rear bumper to
recognizing
try and
you.
get traction.
But that's not your problem. What you focus on, you create more of in your life. If you're consciously or subconsciously focused on certain beliefs about who you are, or who you want to be, or who you do not want to be, you will attract people who mirror those traits right back at you. This is why, when you're dealing with a backstabbing quote-unquote friend, or some sort of toxic person that you need to stand up to or kick out of your life, you get caught up in this self-inflicted trap of not wanting to hurt the other person, or latching onto their finer qualities, or fearing the worst if you don't put up with their crap. I don't care how long you've been friends with someone, or how sorry you feel for them, or how they really helped you those 8 million times, or how hilarious, successful, hot, inspiring, desperate, scary, connected, brilliant, or helpless they are, because the reason you're having trouble standing up to them isn't about any of that. What's really going on is you're being faced with rewiring your limiting beliefs about yourself. And you're using these excuses for these other people to avoid facing your own issues around sticking up for yourself. At the end of the day, it's not about them. It's about you believing you're worthy of being loved and seen for who you really are. When we agree to let ourselves down in favor of supporting the bad behavior of others, it often stems from the same impulse. We're unwilling to make other people more uncomfortable than they just made us. Not terribly studly in the old self-love department, is it? By making them uncomfortable, I mean declining to participate in their drama, by the way, not by being equally abusive back. This isn't about getting an eye for an eye and sinking to a lower level. It's about standing up for your highest self, no matter if the person you're dealing with you choose to have the experience of
So now we're running parallel to
feeling
Main.
hurt,
the main road.
Yeah.
feeling inconvenienced.
Up here in a little ways, there's back where the truck was. There was a road that way.
Yeah,
and
I
then
saw
up here in the
that.
little ways, there's another road that way. So
This is incredibly
basically, when you
powerful.
see another road that
Because
looks
when
like
you love
it's
You can just take a
yourself,
okay,
ride.
yes, you can just take a
no
ride.
matter what
Okay.
the cost,
I'll watch for it.
you start attracting the kinds of things, people, and opportunities that are in alignment with who you truly are, which is way more fun than hanging out with a bunch of irritating energy suckers. And by declining to participate in other people's drama, i.e., refusing to rip people to shreds, complain about how unfair the world is, etc., you not only raise your own frequency, but you offer the drama queens the chance to rise up too, instead of everyone continuing to play a low-grade game. Never apologize for who you are. It lets the whole world down. We all know someone who does not take shit from anyone, ever. We look upon these types of people with wide-eyed reverence and would never dream of being stupid enough to present them with any of our own BS or try to make them wrong. Why? Because we respect them and are usually kind of terrified of them in a healthy way. And why do we respect them? Because they respect themselves. So how can you get rid of your lame-o projections and judgments and grace the world with your highest, most unapologetic self? 1. Own your ugly. Start noticing the things that drive you nuts about other people, and instead of complaining or judging or getting defensive about them, use them as a mirror. Especially if you find yourself getting really worked up. Get mighty real with yourself. Is this quality something you have yourself? Or is there a certain aspect of your mood?
There's a teeny little road that way, but it looks like there's
Or does it
different.
remind you of
There's
something you're actively trying to suppress
another.
or avoid? Or that you're
Oh, did I
actively
pass
doing
it?
yourself
There was a
to
teeny
that?
little one.
Oh, I didn't see it. I didn't even see it, so.
Become fascinated by, instead of furious about, the irritants surrounding you. And go get your learning on. 2. Question your ugly. Once you discover what part of yourself you're projecting onto the person who is presently bugging the living crap out of you, you can start letting it go. Begin by asking yourself some very simple questions and diffusing the limiting and false stories you've been lugging around for ages. For example, if you're all pissed off that your friend who's always late is late again, it's pushing your buttons because you're holding onto some sort of quote-unquote truth about the way people should be with time. Flip it around and ask yourself things like, in what ways am I always late or inconsiderate or unreliable? Or maybe it's, in what ways am I too rigid or controlling? Once you have your answer, ask yourself, who do I
A
need
dead
to be
cow.
for this
Oh,
situation
that is?
not to
I
bother
don't know.
me?
I can't tell. It looks like it probably
Using this
is.
scenario, let's
Yeah, that looks
discover
like a
that
good
you're a
cow.
lot more rigid than you care to admit. This is very valuable information because now you know that in order to be happier, you need to loosen your bones, Wilma. Stop insisting that people do things exactly the way you do them, especially the people in your life who have proven they most definitely won't. Notice where you're being ridiculously demanding because it's kind of a habit and not because it's really necessary. And constantly ask yourself, can I let this one go? By becoming aware of what we do, we can investigate why we do it and then choose to keep it or drop it instead of blindly reacting through habit.
Oof, this might be trouble.
I think we're okay.
I got my
looks
long
nice.
wheelbase. No, I've got my long
I
wheelbase.
know. It's
As
not
discussed
that
in
sharp of
chapter
a.
17, it's so easy once
Okay.
you figure out
It looked worse
It
than
looked,
it
it looked a little
We don't
bit,
do
looked a little
anything
bit
unless
sharp
we
right there
figure
with
it
that
out.
long
Up
wheelbase.
this
What we're
way
getting
here,
are false
relatively
benefits.
soon, probably up by those
Using this
trees. It looks
scenario,
like there's a
some of the
Little
road
road
that
goes
goes that
right.
way.
rigid are that
And
you're
it's
always
still
on time, you get shit
marked
done,
on the map.
etc.
But
But there are also some
I don't
negative
know if
advantages
it's
to being rigid
decent
too.
or not. But it's
You intimidate people into getting your way. You get to be right whenever someone messes up, which they'll do often if you really hone the rigid thing well. You get to be in control, etc. Once you up yourself on the false reward you're getting from holding on to this behavior, you can see it for what it is.
here.
Something that's not always in alignment with
Kinda
who
right
you
here,
are and
this
aspire
road.
to be. And
That does
release
not
it
look
when
like
it's
a
not.
road.
It is, but you can see the dirt, the snowpack in
And that's
it.
alright.
How
I'll
would
just
I
stay
feel
where I
if
am
I
right
wasn't
now.
this way?
I'd like to
One
find
of the
something a
best
little more
ways to
paved.
release
I don't want to
aforementioned
be
loud
tearing up the
behavior is by asking yourself,
I know.
environment if I don't have to.
I know.
You know what I
I
mean?
don't know if there is anything like that.
how would
Well,
I
for
feel
quite
if I took
some
a pull out of my
time.
ass about
It's
everyone
like,
doing everything exactly how
Well,
I should do
I mean, we're headed towards home and we're on the west side of the
Yeah.
lake, so it's not like we.
No, this continues for quite some
Yeah.
time. You know, like this is okay.
This is probably gonna take us out somewhere near
What do you
Lehigh.
use the brain space for that you
It's,
can out
here.
with poisonous thoughts about the inconsiderate pinheads you're surrounded
'Cause you gotta
by
figure
who are
that's
not
Provo
following
right
your
there.
instructions. Feel
That
into the
is
reality of what it would be like
the other
to let
side
this go.
of
Breathe into it.
Utah
Visualize.
Lake.
Yeah.
Fall in love
So
with
it's
not having it anymore.
what is that area?
And then take it
Oh,
over.
there's Santa Quinn. There's
It's,
Don't be
Mona. I don't think we got that far
Soldier
south
In
though.
the fuzzier cases where you're not sure what to do,
Modista
but you really
Lake
do want to help someone,
access.
recognize the difference between helping
Modista?
and needing.
We'll just stay on this road. I'm not worried about it.
Do you feel like they're pulling you down,
Oh,
or that
that's
you're lifting them up towards
Alberta's. Well, we passed that.
Are they-
That's
No,
way
we're already
past
past Alberta. Yeah.
that. That's way
Do
past
they
that.
use your help to actively move
We went
themselves
through
in a
Alberta
positive
back there.
direction? Or do they constantly need more? Just this one
Well,
last time.
it's a little farming
For the
town out
50th time.
to our right, basically.
Pay attention and trust how you feel. If you're truly helping them and they're rising to you,
We followed this and then went left. We could go up to the Nutty Putty Cave.
if
Go
you're
to the
enabling
what?
them,
The Nutty
don't
Putty
hesitate
Cave,
to get
The
pressed.
Nutty Putty Cave.
which is where that guy got.
Oh no, fuck that.
I mean, it's closed off,
No, I don't know. I
wouldn't
don't
wanna go
care.
in it. but
They'll never
that's
wake up
like,
and
but
say
that's
they're
over,
wrong.
like up
Why
and
should
over
they?
I
that
didn't
way.
realize
They've
that
got
was
you to
here.
fund their pity
Yeah.
party. Tough love
I mean, it's
is still
a
love.
distance,
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
you know.
4.
It's up in the mountains over that direction, but
Sometimes, no matter how much work you do on yourself and how forgiving you are and how skilled you get at letting it go, there's just no way around it. Some people are just too committed to their own dysfunction.
We kind of have to pee
They're painful
again.
to be around.
Getting
You'd
my
rather
bladder all
cover
shook
yourself
up.
in the fleas of a
Right.
1,000 camels and go out for a cup of coffee with them. This is all about learning and loving and growing to the highest version of yourself, not seeing just how much torture you can endure. So along with understanding how to grow from the not-so-savory behavior of those around you, it's also important to understand how to get the hell away from them if they're chronically self-obsessed, or violent, or blaming, or negative, or controlling, or jealous, or high drama, or manipulative, or victimized, or whiny, or pessimistic, or mean to animals. Here's how. First, feed your head. As discussed, a lot of times the people we need to kick to the curb happen to be those we love, or at least like a lot, for their decent qualities. Hence, ye olde guilt can really get in our way when trying to do the right thing. So stay strong. See it as being nice to yourself instead of being mean to them. Remembering that you are rising up to the highest version of yourself instead of shrinking down to their level can give you the strength you need to shake them off your legs. Next, hit eject. Another important thing to remember when yanking the weeds out of your garden is not to get involved in their drama. Cut the cord as quickly and simply as possible with little to no discussion. If they're so oblivious to your feelings that you need to toss them out of your life, chances are very good they won't see this coming. The discussion on why you need to end it could go on for the rest of your lives if you let it. Suddenly get really busy. Fade them out. Wean them off you with zero explanation. The louder they scream, the
A
busier
big
you
mud
become.
hole there.
If having a conversation is unavoidable, remember, you've already decided
Well,
you
well,
are
the
out.
tracks go
Don't
around
get
it.
sucked into working through
Makes
your
me laugh.
or their problems with them. Simply say that the relationship
And they
isn't
probably
working
came out
for
here in a little street
you don't
truck,
like
you
how it
know.
makes you feel, you have to end it, and that it's not open for discussion. Make it all about you. Give them nothing to work with or argue about. 5. Love yourself. Fiercely, loyally.
This thing's a monster, man.
unapologetically. Chapter 26. The Sweet Life. It's great to be here. It's great to be anywhere.
That was a nasty bump.
sounded
God.
worse than it was.
Connoisseur of life.
Yeah, it didn't feel bad.
I've got a
Sounded
cat.
bad.
who's
Definitely
22
popped
years old.
hard though.
I've also got a
I
dad who's
don't know.
87. The cat and my dad share the same superhero power.
It's all good. We'll just stay
They
on
both
the
have
main
the
highway.
ability to make
This
me
is
say
the
lots of attention
old
to
state
them.
highway
I'm nicer
anyway,
to
so
them than I am to anyone
Yeah,
else.
it is.
Anyone else not
They
staring
both
down
end
the
up to the
barrel of
same-
their impending
yeah, it looks like we've got some
Crossroads.
campers or somebody up over
I
here.
first
If
realized
you,
that
when
my
you'll
cat
see them in a
was
minute when we
old
come
and
back
my
up over the top here,
about a year
like right
ago
straight
when
through here.
over-
We're out there a ways, but oh, there's a main highway right there.
Yeah, there's a main road
see it,
thing,
yeah.
and then you'll go right
and
and
leaving
take
him
you
with a
back
spine
into.
that's still in shock.
Yeah, see right there.
Spindly and jagged ragged.
See those
Oh, yep.
people parked
wondering
right
where
there?
everybody went. This is when the teary farewell started every time I entered the house. And
Ooh,
the
that's
fancy
gooey.
red food began to turn into smoke.
Yeah.
In Dad's case,
Alright.
phone calls and flight strategies had escalated dramatically.
I'm gonna
And I
have
now
to get
laugh
on this
hysterically
one.
at all his jokes, no doubt making him
Ooh.
worry more
Yeah,
about
this is
my
way
life
gooey. Look at
than I
this.
do about his.
Yeah.
I'm thrilled to report that even though in the calendars
Have to
of
stay in the throttle a little bit through
they're
here.
both still kicking butt. Dad plays tennis once a week and still knows who I am, and my cat still runs when he hears the can opener. They're also excellent reminders. When it comes to the creatures you love and the things you love and the life you love, what on earth could possibly be more important than soaking them up right now while you've still got the opportunity? If it's something you want to do, don't wait until you're less busy or richer or quote-unquote ready for the 20-pound life. Start right now. You'll never be the same again.
Just go.
If it's
Just
the
go
people
for
you
it.
love,
I don't know,
live
that
them
looks
as
awful
often as
deep.
possible. Act as if every time you see them will be the last. If they're ugly or not, love them anyway. If you've got differences, get over them.
We got it.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
Stuff to miss out on enjoying the people you have
Just
heart
go,
on
she says,
your
just
heart.
go.
If you're not where you want to be in life,
I'm gonna
keep
get
going.
stuck one of these
Treat
days.
yourself like
Yeah, you are.
You're like-
It's alright.
Celebrate the magnificent
Rochelle!
person you are. Don't let anyone mess with you in your
It's my
life.
doing, not yours. I don't have to go that way.
Your life is happening right now.
You just encourage
Not
it,
in
which is not a bad thing. Because it gets me out of my comfort zone. Because I wouldn't have gone through there normally. Like, legitimately, I wouldn't have gone through that. I would have went around
Chapter
it.
23. The Almighty.
That was
is
deep.
with
That
you
was like 2.5 feet deep.
Until one is
I think it was up to the floorboards.
It probably is up to the floor.
Always in effectiveness. The moment when definitely commits himself.
Thought I was going to have to stop and lock it in 4 low there for a minute.
W.H. Murray.
Alright, so here's the main. If you go right out.
One, yeah,
of it.
it's one of the mains here.
Yeah.
The story goes that when Henry Ford first came up with the idea of the V8 motor, he wanted the engine to have
Yeah, I
all
don't
8
go into those
cylinders
big
have
holes
one
like that
box.
too fast because there might be a steep drop like that one we hit with your mom.
Oh, that's true.
That
If you go
sucked.
turn right, yeah, I did.
Yeah, I'm going.
You crazy. He told them to do it anyway, and off they grumbled to toil away at it, only to come back and inform him that it was impossible.
That was fun.
Upon hearing this news, Ford told them to keep at it.
Now my
no
tires
matter
are all
how
full
long
of
it
mud
took.
and ice and shit
He was
though.
all, I don't want to see your faces until you bring me what I want. And they were all, we just couldn't get it done. And he was all, it can't be done, and it will be done. And they were all, yeah, not. And he was all, can't so. And they
So
were
that's a
all,
raspberry
"No way."
color.
Yeah,
And he
see,
was
and I don't
all,
like
"Well."
that one.
I
So
see
off they went again,
for a
and this
female,
time, for a whole year.
I love it.
And
but
nothing.
it's definitely
Just go back to
private
Ford.
property,
And he
hunting.
was here,
fishing, trapping.
pointing and hair
Isn't this a
pulling.
main
Ford
road?
sends them off again
Yes.
and tells them it will be done
But
again.
it says it's a
And then in the lab,
Does that just
somewhere
mean we
between
can't do any of that
Ford
stuff on
trespassing
it?
for any
Their notes.
purpose.
and making fart noises
Strictly
every time someone
forbidden.
mentions the word Ford, his engineers do the impossible. They
I don't know.
discover
I
how
thought
to
it
make
was
an
a.
8-cylinder engine block.
Maybe it's saying like
This
don't.
is what it
It
means
just
to
you
make
can go
a
through,
decision
but
for
like
real.
don't be an
When you make
asshole.
a no-nonsense
with
decision.
the
You
property.
sign up fully and
'Cause this
keep
goes
moving
straight
towards your
through.
goals,
That's what I thought.
regardless of what's flung in
Well,
your
we're gonna
lap.
take it anyway. If I get in
And
trouble, I
stuff
get in
will most
trouble.
definitely get flung.
I just don't want to get ticketed
Yeah.
for being on a
This
main
shit is
road.
not
You know what I mean?
The
It-
moment
it's
it gets
groomed like a
hard
main
or
road.
expensive or puts you at
I think
risk
it's
of
more of a
looking
like
a moron.
don't go
If you haven't
hunting.
made the
Yeah.
decision,
Don't
In other
go
words, you
camping,
can't-
It's like
yeah.
just stay on the
if it
road.
wasn't
So this must be
uncomfortable,
grazing land for
everybody
cattle,
would
it
be out
looks
there
like.
all in love with their fabulous lives. So often we pretend we've made a decision, when what we've really done is signed up to try until it gets too uncomfortable.
That's fun.
Henry Ford didn't even make it past the 6th grade, and there he was, bossing around a bunch of the world's biggest engineering smarty pantses, setting himself up to look like a total idiot by spending large amounts of money and time on the proven impossible. Ford was determined, and he trusted his gut and his vision more than the small thinking of others. He'd made the decision that he would have his engine the way
Oh,
he
the
would
way you
have
look
it,
at
and
that
nothing
fucking
was gonna
puddle.
stop him.
Just go for it.
This is why the
Just
decision
do
is
it.
so important. If you had an idea and had to go up
We get
against the
stuck,
room
I'm making
full of
you
people
get out and
who
push.
knew better than you did, and demand they do what you say in spite of all the proof they had against you.
Of course, we get
Would
stuck
you
in
stick
that.
to your
I'm gonna
guns?
sell
Or
my
if you
Jeep
needed
and buy a
tens
fucking
of
car.
thousands of dollars to start your new business, and the only person you could think of to ask was